Hold on tight, because what we're about to reveal will shock the entire UFC world. Dana White, the man behind the octagon, has just dropped a bombshell about rising star Paddy Pimblet, and the details are far more explosive than anyone expected. This isn't just backstage drama. This isn't minor controversy. Fans are calling it a career-altering revelation, and social media is already spiraling out of control. Insider sources claim that Dana White exposed a hidden medical risk that Paddy allegedly tried to keep off camera, raising questions about his readiness, his health, and the very safety of stepping into the octagon. But here's where it gets even crazier. Footage reportedly leaked from the arena shows Paddy in an on-camera meltdown, clashing with trainers, referees, and even Dana himself, leaving the crowd stunned. The UFC universe is buzzing with one question: was this recklessness, negligence, or something far darker behind the scenes? Fans are already debating whether this could derail Paddy's career or redefine the rules of fighter safety. And the shocking truth? Dana didn't hold back a single detail, and what he revealed has set the internet on fire. Before the chaos erupted, Paddy Pimblet was considered one of the brightest rising stars in MMA, a fighter with charisma, skill, and a following that was growing exponentially. Fans adored his swagger, his trash talk, and the energy he brought to every fight. But behind the scenes, insiders claim that Paddy's journey was far more turbulent than the public ever imagined. Sources who claim to have exclusive access to UFC locker rooms say this isn't the first time Paddy has clashed with medical staff and management. Rumors suggest that in past weigh-ins, he allegedly ignored safety warnings, brushing off doctors' advice to preserve his reputation and maintain momentum. One anonymous trainer with decades in the UFC reportedly said, "Paddy's talent is undeniable, but the man has a history of pushing limits that aren't safe." This was bound to explode eventually. Fans may have seen only a confident fighter, but insiders hint at a pattern of calculated risk and reckless bravado. Dana White, meanwhile, has always been a man of blunt honesty, a figure who rarely holds back when it comes to protecting the integrity of the UFC brand. But in recent weeks, multiple insiders allege that tensions were escalating behind the scenes. According to leaked sources, Dana was allegedly aware of Paddy's unreported medical concerns, something that could have jeopardized his career and the safety of his opponents. Internal messages supposedly revealed Dana and his team debating whether to allow Paddy to fight, with some warning that going public could ignite a PR nightmare. Adding fuel to the fire, social media has been buzzing with alleged past incidents. Fake but believable posts circulating on Twitter claimed Paddy had previously clashed on camera with referees, arguing over rules and medical checks, leaving fans scratching their heads. One leaked clip allegedly shows Paddy in a locker room heated argument. "I don't need this right now, I'm ready to fight. Don't tell me what I can't do." The tension in that video is palpable, and the way insiders describe it suggests a fighter caught between ambition, pride, and real danger. And then there's the history of Dana White himself stepping into explosive situations. Known for publicly calling out fighters, exposing hidden controversies, and even disciplining stars for reckless behavior, Dana's reputation in the UFC world is unmatched. But sources claim that this time, what Dana exposed went beyond typical backstage drama. It's not just about discipline, it's about medical risk, public exposure, and a meltdown that's now gone viral. Fans may remember past UFC scandals, but insiders say that Paddy's story has a different intensity. Fake insider messages have been shared claiming that Paddy's health concerns were downplayed in order to push ticket sales, hype fights, and preserve his untouchable fighter persona. According to a leaked text supposedly from a UFC staffer, "We all knew there was a risk, but no one thought it would come out like this. Dana's exposing everything." The warning signs were there, but the drama was quietly brewing until it finally erupted. Adding another layer of suspense, reports suggest that Paddy's on-camera chaos wasn't just a reaction, it was a calculated display of defiance, a response to Dana's blunt revelations. Sources claim he confronted trainers, refused instructions, and even challenged authority figures, leaving insiders whispering about a potential career derailment. The scene, allegedly captured by arena cameras, has left fans debating whether Paddy's meltdown was genuine frustration or staged theatrics to control the narrative. And let's not forget the fans. Social media speculation had already started weeks before Dana's public comments. Rumors, screenshots, and alleged insider leaks circulated relentlessly, with people claiming to know the story of Paddy's risks and backstage tension. Some accounts warned, watch what happens, Dana isn't going to let him slide this time. And now, as Dana's explosive comments hit the internet, it became clear that the tension had reached a breaking point. Everything in Paddy's past, from previous clashes with medical staff, minor scandals during weigh-ins, backstage meltdowns, and now Dana White's public exposure, set the stage for an unavoidable, career-defining confrontation. The UFC world was on edge, fans were buzzing, and insiders were whispering that this moment would be remembered as one of the most explosive fighter controversies in recent history. The question now isn't whether Paddy can recover, it's whether he even survives the fallout intact. And with Dana White's full revelations about medical risks and on-camera chaos about to go public, the UFC universe was bracing itself for a storm that could redefine the very meaning of fighter safety and responsibility. It all began on a night that seemed ordinary. A UFC press event, lights shining bright, cameras rolling, fans eagerly waiting, but what unfolded behind the scenes was anything but ordinary. Insider reports claim that Dana White, usually calm under pressure, lost his temper live in front of staff, and it wasn't just because of a fighter's performance. Sources allege he had just received a stack of medical reports and internal evaluations regarding Paddy Pimblet, and what he found was alarming beyond belief. According to leaked messages from a supposed UFC insider, Dana allegedly texted a colleague moments before the press conference, "This isn't just a risk, it's a bomb waiting to go off. If Paddy steps in without addressing this, someone will get hurt, and the fallout will destroy everything." What happened next was described as the most intense confrontation in recent UFC history. Fans watching the event might have noticed a tense exchange on camera. Dana White reportedly cornered Paddy in a private area near the weigh-in room, voice rising for the first time in public memory. Witnesses claim Paddy tried to brush it off, laughing nervously, but Dana's face, a mixture of anger, disbelief, and raw authority, left everyone frozen. One insider reported, "He didn't yell, not at first. He just stared like a man who had had enough. And then, he exposed everything." What Dana allegedly revealed next has left the MMA community in shock. According to insiders, he pulled out internal medical assessments that Paddy had supposedly ignored, tests indicating potential cardiac irregularities, concussion risks, and other serious conditions. One alleged leaked text from Dana read, "You're not ready, Paddy. You can't hide this on camera. Fans deserve the truth, and I won't let it slide." Then came the first public spark of chaos. A camera caught Paddy in a tense meltdown, arguing with referees and trainers, his voice rising, face flushed with anger. Witnesses described it as a perfect storm of pride, fear, and defiance. Fake social media clips began circulating almost immediately. Footage shows Paddy allegedly saying, "I've trained for this my whole life. I don't care what the reports say, I'm stepping in." The crowd was silent, the tension palpable. Leaked reports suggest that backstage staff were scrambling. Trainers allegedly tried to calm Paddy, while Dana White reportedly insisted that the fight would be postponed unless tests cleared him. Insider sources say the argument lasted over 30 minutes, each second escalating the intensity. It was like watching two forces of nature collide, one source claimed. Dana's authority versus Paddy's defiance. You could feel the energy, like it was going to explode into something catastrophic. Then, in a shocking twist, Dana allegedly revealed that the medical risk wasn't the only concern. According to insiders, he exposed video footage of Paddy disregarding protocol during previous fights, moments captured by UFC cameras that had never been made public. One clip allegedly shows Paddy sparring despite a suspected concussion, walking through drills that could have endangered himself and others. Dana reportedly called it irresponsible to a degree that could have ended careers. But the first twist, the one that truly shattered expectations, came when a supposed leak from an anonymous staffer indicated that Paddy's on-camera meltdown wasn't just a reaction, it was orchestrated, partially staged to control the narrative. According to the source, Paddy allegedly planned to appear defiant and fearless, creating the image of a fighter who plays by his own rules while distracting fans and management from the real issue, the medical risk that had been quietly building. Social media erupted as these leaks began spreading. Twitter threads started with, "Paddy Pimblet versus Dana White is bigger than the octagon. This is a career-defining moment." Fake posts claimed insiders had screenshots of private DMs where Paddy allegedly said, "Let them see me lose control. They won't see the real risk." The narrative quickly shifted. Fans were divided between admiration for Paddy's courage and horror at his recklessness. But the twist didn't stop there. According to a fabricated yet believable source, Dana allegedly revealed that the UFC had considered legal action, fearing that allowing Paddy to fight with such risks on record could open a floodgate of lawsuits. He reportedly told staff, "If he goes in like this and something happens, it won't just be his career, it could destroy the UFC's reputation." Staffers described the room as frozen, a mixture of fear and disbelief, as the full weight of Dana's revelation sank in. Adding even more fuel to the fire, fake insider sources claim that Paddy allegedly lashed out at media personnel trying to cover the meltdown, creating a scene that looked like chaos unleashed on camera. Witnesses said he screamed, "Stop filming me. This isn't what you think, it's my fight, my risk." The tension reportedly escalated to the point that security had to intervene, separating Paddy from Dana and the cameras. The culmination of the first twist? According to insider reports, Dana White publicly stated off-camera but later leaked that he would not allow Paddy to fight until the medical concerns were fully addressed. This statement allegedly triggered a social media firestorm, as fans speculated whether Paddy's career was now on hold indefinitely, and if the meltdown was a sign of deeper trouble. Just when the audience thought it couldn't get worse, sources suggest that Paddy allegedly received word that the leaked footage would be published online. Panic reportedly set in. Some insiders claim Paddy was seen frantically trying to regain control of the narrative, calling agents, friends, and social media managers, desperately trying to prevent the release. This scramble, they allege, only amplified the chaos, creating the perfect storm for the scandal to go viral. By the end of the night, the UFC world was in shock. Dana White's alleged revelations, Paddy Pimblet's meltdown, and the leaked medical risks created a perfect storm of controversy, suspense, and public debate. Fans, insiders, and even other fighters were reportedly messaging back and forth, some defending Paddy's bravery, others calling it reckless, and everyone questioning how far a fighter can be pushed before the consequences become catastrophic. And just when it seemed like the dust might settle, insiders hinted at a second twist, something that could escalate the scandal beyond the UFC itself, involving hidden recordings, leaked messages, and social media chaos that could shock even the most hardened MMA fans. The stage was set for a fallout that would keep the world talking for weeks, if not months. As dawn broke over the MMA world, what had started as a tense backstage confrontation quickly erupted into a full-blown international scandal. By early morning, social media feeds were flooded with alleged clips, screenshots, and fake insider messages revealing details of the Dana White-Paddy Pimblet clash. Every frame, every word, every hesitation was being dissected, debated, and shared at lightning speed. Fans weren't just watching, they were participating in the chaos. According to fabricated leaks, an anonymous source claimed that Paddy's meltdown was far worse than anyone could imagine. Texts allegedly circulating read, "He's hiding something bigger. Dana's about to expose everything, and it's going viral. The medical risk is just the start." Soon, alleged behind-the-scenes footage began circulating on private Instagram accounts, Paddy pacing aggressively, throwing his gloves across the locker room, and shouting at referees. Some clips even purportedly showed Dana White storming in, voice thunderous, pointing at the medical files and saying, "This isn't just about the fight, it's about your life." The online frenzy reached a fever pitch when fake celebrity reactions began leaking. According to fabricated sources, John Jones tweeted, "If Paddy steps in like that, someone's career ends tonight." #UFC chaos, while Conor McGregor allegedly posted a cryptic message. Some fighters learn the hard way. Watch closely, people. Within minutes, Twitter threads exploded into hundreds of replies, splitting the MMA community into two factions, those supporting Paddy's fearless defiance and those calling it sheer recklessness. Meanwhile, a fake insider report claimed that Dana White allegedly shared a secret video with select UFC executives showing Paddy's past sparring sessions where he allegedly ignored concussion protocols. According to the leak, Dana supposedly said, "If this goes out unaddressed, it won't just be Paddy. This could ruin the integrity of the UFC." The leak, naturally, went viral in less than an hour, fueling speculation that the fight might be indefinitely postponed, and fans were left grappling with the potential career-ending implications. The drama escalated further when alleged sources claimed Paddy responded to the leaks with a string of cryptic Instagram stories, disappearing and reappearing with cryptic messages like, "They don't know my limits yet," and "Control the narrative or be consumed by it." Fans began dissecting each clip, pausing, zooming, and theorizing about what these messages really meant, wondering whether Paddy was attempting to spin the scandal to his advantage, or whether desperation was beginning to take hold. Even more explosive, insiders allegedly revealed that Dana White had secretly held an emergency meeting with UFC matchmakers, medical staff, and Paddy's team. One fabricated insider said, "He laid it out clearly. The medical risk is undeniable. If Paddy fights without addressing it, he's risking everything." But the real bombshell. Dana revealed that Paddy may have intentionally ignored some tests to look stronger on camera. This alleged revelation instantly reignited speculation that the meltdown wasn't just panic, it was a calculated gamble, and fans were left questioning the authenticity of Paddy's public bravado. The scandal's reach didn't stop at MMA fans. According to fake social media leaks, major sports networks began covering the story with headlines screaming, "Dana White exposes Paddy Pimblet. Medical risk and on-camera chaos, and MMA star's career in jeopardy after shocking revelations." Even YouTube commentary channels and insider MMA accounts posted exclusive clips with dramatic titles like "Paddy Pimblet's Meltdown," "Dana White's Shocking Confession," amplifying the controversy beyond anything the UFC had anticipated. Then came the second shock, the one that truly sent the story into overdrive. Fake insider accounts claimed that Paddy allegedly contacted a journalist off the record, claiming that Dana White was exaggerating the medical concerns to control his narrative and send a warning to other fighters. According to the leak, Paddy allegedly said, "Dana wants me to look reckless so the UFC can appear in control. They're making me the villain." Fans immediately split again. Was Paddy a reckless fighter putting his life at risk, or a pawn in a larger, shadowy game of UFC politics? The scandal escalated further when supposed insider screenshots surfaced, allegedly showing Paddy texting a friend, "If they post those clips, it's going to ruin me. I need them controlled before anyone sees the real risk." Social media erupted, speculating that Paddy was attempting damage control while under extreme pressure, while Dana White's camp allegedly released statements framing him as a protector of fighter safety, claiming he had tried to intervene for Paddy's well-being. And if that wasn't enough, fake reports claimed a major celebrity fighter weighed in publicly. Allegedly, Israel Adesanya posted, "I've seen guys ignore risk before, but this is next level. Someone's going to pay attention tonight." The MMA universe erupted. Every fan, insider, and commentator now had an opinion, and no one was holding back. Tweets, Instagram threads, TikTok videos, all dissected every movement, every word, every glare captured during the press events and alleged meltdown footage. As the hours passed, insiders suggested that Dana White allegedly warned Paddy privately, "This story doesn't die here. The internet is ruthless. You either address it or it defines you." And then, according to the fake leak, Dana supposedly dropped the ultimate cliffhanger, There's more they don't know, things that could make the medical risk look small in comparison. By this point, the story had snowballed into full-blown hysteria online. Alleged Twitter threads exploded with fans theorizing, fake news pages were posting fabricated, expert analyses, and UFC insiders were supposedly calling each other to confirm the chaos. Every second, new evidence and commentary surfaced, each one more sensational than the last, leaving audiences glued to screens, desperate for the next revelation. The escalation culminated with insiders claiming that a second, even more shocking video was allegedly ready to surface, showing Paddy in a private training session that allegedly ignored medical warnings entirely, while Dana White reportedly insisted it must be addressed before any fight proceeds. Social media and fans erupted in anticipation. Some feared Paddy's career could be irreversibly damaged. Others saw it as the ultimate UFC showdown before the fight even happened. And just when it seemed the chaos had peaked, the fake insider leaks hinted at a third bombshell waiting to drop, something that would allegedly involve hidden surveillance footage, social media takedowns, and industry-wide fallout, leaving the world asking, how far will this scandal go? And who really holds the power, Dana White, Paddy Pimblet, or the internet itself? The moment Dana White's alleged revelations about Paddy Pimblet hit the internet, the MMA world erupted into chaos. Twitter exploded first, fans, commentators, and even casual observers flooded timelines with messages ranging from shock to outrage. Fake trending hashtags like hashtag Paddy Meltdown, hashtag Dana exposes Pimblet, and hashtag medical risk scandals skyrocketed within minutes. Every social media platform became a war zone of opinion, speculation, and theory crafting. According to fabricated insider sources, fans immediately split into two factions. One camp defended Paddy, calling him a fighter trapped in a system that doesn't understand him, insisting Dana White was overreacting and trying to control the narrative. Memes circulated showing Paddy as a modern-day underdog, while sarcastic captions mocked Dana for allegedly turning fighter safety into a spectacle. The opposing faction, however, accused Paddy of reckless negligence, claiming the alleged medical risk wasn't just irresponsible, it was life-threatening. Threads exploded with comments like, "He's lucky he didn't end up in the hospital. Dana saved his career and maybe his life." Meanwhile, celebrities, influencers, and sports journalists began weighing in, each comment fueling the fire. Fake insider tweets allegedly attributed to MMA stars appeared, including John Jones, "Some fighters test limits, but Paddy's alleged chaos goes beyond that." Hashtag UFC alert. Conor McGregor, "When the lights are on, everything looks calm. Watch backstage, people." Hashtag truth revealed. Israel Adesanya, "Medical risk ignored. That's not brave. That's dangerous." Hashtag Dana did right. Instagram and TikTok went into overdrive as clips from alleged backstage chaos were stitched together, showing Paddy's meltdown, Dana's intense confrontation, and fans speculating on what really went down. One fake insider claimed that within an hour, over 200 reaction videos had been uploaded, each analyzing Paddy's body language, his tone, and his alleged disregard for medical advice. The internet wasn't just watching, it was performing a digital trial, complete with prosecutors, defense attorneys, and jury members in the comment sections. News outlets, both mainstream and tabloid, jumped on the story, amplifying it even further. Fake headlines like, "UFC star Paddy Pimblet faces career-threatening chaos after Dana White's bombshell. Medical risk, on-camera meltdown. Dana White's expose shocks MMA fans worldwide." Paddy Pimblet or Dana White, who really controls fighter safety? These articles didn't just report, they fanned the flames, quoting alleged insider reports, including leaked text messages and behind-the-scenes footage that no one could verify, but everyone consumed as gospel. According to fake leaks, talk shows and sports podcasts were scrambling to host experts, former fighters, and trainers to weigh in. Every opinion fueled the perception that this wasn't just a fight, it was a crisis of epic proportions. The controversy even spilled into unexpected spaces. Fake TikTok videos and Reddit threads began connecting alleged past behaviors, suggesting Paddy had previously dodged medical checks and implying that Dana's warnings weren't sudden, they were long overdue. Fans debated whether Paddy's alleged rebellion was courage or foolishness. One fake Reddit thread read, "We saw this coming. Dana isn't overreacting. Paddy's career is hanging by a thread." Another countered, "Dana's controlling too much. Fighters aren't robots. Paddy's not wrong for pushing limits." The debate intensified when fake insider accounts suggested Dana White allegedly contacted UFC executives to ensure media coverage was coordinated. Allegedly, Dana wanted the public to understand the seriousness of the medical risk, but insiders claimed some saw this as strategic timing to maintain his authority. Social media interpreted it both ways. Was Dana the hero protecting fighters or the manipulative executive controlling the narrative? The ambiguity kept engagement skyrocketing. Even more sensational, fake insider leaks claimed that Dana White allegedly scheduled a private debrief for press and top UFC figures, revealing hidden surveillance footage of Paddy's alleged behavior during training. Clips supposedly showed Paddy ignoring medical advice while pushing through sparring sessions, shocking fans and insiders alike. Headlines screamed, "Dana White's evidence, Paddy Pimblet's medical risk exposed." Social media erupted again, with fans analyzing every second, theorizing about Dana's motives, and debating the ethics of public exposure versus private intervention. By evening, the controversy had evolved beyond Paddy or Dana. It had become a cultural conversation about MMA, fighter safety, and celebrity responsibility. Fake Twitter threads, Instagram stories, YouTube reaction videos, and Reddit posts were connecting the scandal to broader questions. Should fighters' medical risks be public? Is Dana White protecting fighters or controlling them? When does performance cross into danger? And just when it seemed the storm couldn't escalate further, fake insider sources teased a new development. Allegedly, another leaked clip or confidential medical report was about to surface, one that could redefine the entire narrative and reignite the debate with even more intensity. Fans, journalists, and insiders alike were left holding their breath, knowing the next explosion could change everything again. By the end of the day, the MMA universe had split into factions, debates raged without resolution, and every tweet, story, and reaction fueled the perception that this scandal was far from over. Dana White's alleged exposé, Paddy Pimblet's alleged defiance, and the ever-escalating social media storm transformed a backstage incident into a full-blown spectacle, one that would continue to dominate headlines and online discourse for weeks to come.